If I was limited to 3 words to describe Lance Armstrong, the first would be authentic.
Focused.
Competitive.
Driven.
Quick wit.
Funny.
Compassionate.
And an incredible desire to help other people.
The Austinite of the Year is the highest form of recognition the Austin Chamber of Commerce bestows. As a matter of fact, this award has become synonymous with a standard of excellence for public good, and it's only been achieved by a select number of Austinites. Lance is only the 27th recipient of the Austinite of the Year award.
Lance's Austinite of the Year is an absolutely perfect thing. Lance is an Austinite through and through. This is his home. He's extremely proud of it. He talks about Austin and he talks about Texas all over the world.
To some degree, when people think of Austin, they think of Lance Armstrong, and that's great because he serves as an ambassador that is so symbolic of what we love about our town.
Our organization would just simply not be possible. It wouldn't have happened in another location. It wouldn't have happened in another state, another city. There's something so special about the culture of Austin, which rallied behind this individual and made it possible.
If we step back and study how Lance became the very best cycler in the world, it really epitomizes the spirit and innovation of Austin entrepreneurs.
Lance is really the classic Austin entrepreneur. Someone that starts with a bold vision, build a great team, and then work very, very hard with a singular focus to make that vision a reality.
We envisioned a small neighborhood shop and something that served the Austin community. We've grown to be a global brand. Anything that's going on in the city that involves bicycles, we're there somehow and helping to support it and doing whatever we can to get behind it. We really see cycling and bicycles as a key part of the growth of Austin.
Lance is not only the best ambassador for Austin, he is Austin. It's been his influence from creating the Ride for the Roses to Livestrong's sponsorship of the Austin Marathon and Half Marathon that's really kept Austin ranked year after year as one of America's most healthy cities. In fact, the city has forever honored Lance with the naming of the Lance Armstrong Bikeway Project. It's a 6-mile bikeway which enables cyclists to safely travel through downtown on a dedicated route.
The Lance Armstrong Bikeway Project is really exciting for the city. Now that our office is in East Austin, we're sort of located right on the future path as it comes under 35. So we're thrilled. It's an honor for Lance to have that bikeway named after him.
When we announced that we were thinking about naming what will be the new Crosstown Bikeway after Lance Armstrong, there wasn't a single dissent. It was met with the kind of enthusiasm that you rarely get when you're going to name something public like that.
A lot of people, all they see is a very competitive cyclist who is just going to ride you off his wheel if he can, and is always in that competitive race mode. But he really does care about people.
Once I went to his home and he signed 2 years worth of photographs for children that have been diagnosed. Wouldn't let me just Kinko everything with a signature already on there. He wanted to personally sign each and every one of those. That's a tender heart.
Seeing the impact that Lance can have on someone who's just heard what many believe are the 3 scariest words in the English language, you have cancer. That inspiration and that wisdom from a survivor to another is fascinating to watch.
You ride with him, or you know him, or deal with him in business, and you realize what it took and who he is and why he won the Tour de France 7 times. It's competitive drive that most people never even get close to.
Lance is a primetime player, and so watching him and being with him in circumstances all over the world, whether it's meeting with a head of state or lobbying on behalf of a piece of legislation, he always rises to that occasion, and he's able to connect with them in a really influential, personal, and persuasive way. And it's furthered our mission to places we didn't think possible.
The mission of Livestrong is to empower people that are affected by cancer and to try to provide them with the services and the tools and the information they need to live a full and complete life.
I was on the original board of the foundation, and I remember back in those days, the way Lance wanted to approach that was that there may be things we don't even know this foundation is going to be doing, but there is nothing that will limit the foundation.
Lance and his friends started the foundation in early 1997, just after he finished his treatment for cancer and when he was trying to understand what his life would be like going forward. But as his recovery and survivorship continued and as he returned to cycling, the foundation obviously grew.
And with every Tour de France, it became bigger and more people were aware of us and aware of the resource and how much we could help them be proactive in their own care and in their survivorship.
Lance is incredibly involved with the foundation. He has been the biggest contributor to the foundation in terms of time, money, energy, and impact of anyone.
He has this sort of insatiable desire to know what's going on.
Austin has become a real center for social entrepreneurship, and Lance has been a real leader in that process. Livestrong went out and raised capital to build infrastructure and did real market research to drive policy decisions that resulted in building one of the greatest brands in the world and having an incredible impact on the lives of millions of cancer survivors around the world.
From a political standpoint, one of the things that I'm proudest of is that I was one of the co-authors of a bill that would put Texas at the forefront of cancer research.
We proposed to the legislature of the state of Texas and gained approval of legislation that will provide $3 billion worth of funding for cancer research in the state of Texas over the next 10 years. So we're bringing the best and brightest cancer research minds from all over the country to Texas right now as a result of that initiative.
When I was diagnosed in 1999, going through chemo and feeling, I won't get through this. A friend told me, turn on the TV set. You're not going to believe what's going on. Then I went, oh my gosh, this is Lance Armstrong. Oh my gosh, he had stage 4 testicular cancer. Oh my God, he just won the Tour de France. I'm thinking, oh, I can do this. I can get through this. I can beat this.
It was a message to cancer survivors everywhere that there was hope. And that thing, that intangible, I believe is the most important thing that Lance has really brought to the world. And that has resulted in what is really far beyond just a nonprofit organization. It is a movement of millions of people around the world who are determined to bring an end to the suffering that is caused by this disease.
There is such an intensity of wanting every cancer survivor to beat the goal, to get through the finish line, to make it. And he would give anything if he could power each and every single person diagnosed with enough fight in them to get to that finish line.
Hey Lance, congratulations on becoming Austinite of the Year.
Thank you for all that you've done in so many different ways, for me, for all of those folks that are fighting that beast of cancer and dealing with it. And thank you for what you've done for the city of Austin.
I know how important this city is to you, and I know how important you are to this city. I also just want to tell you how important you have been in my personal life and in the lives of millions of people who struggle with cancer around the world.
You really deserve this award, and I'm very proud to know you.
And on behalf of millions of people around the world whose lives are better because of you and your efforts, we are grateful. We offer our congratulations. Live strong.
You've taught us all one of life's best lessons: never quit. Lance, on behalf of the Chamber, congratulations on the Austinite of the Year.